Welcome to another episode of AI Ranch, where we navigate the wild west of AI topics, business, and things of that sort. Today, I have my pleasure to meet a guest, Vigants Lesausks, who worked in large companies such as Microsoft, IBM, Ericsson, and as well with startups in Baltics and abroad. He has also been the professional CEO in companies from factories, physical products to digital products. And the main specialty where I know him well and which is really inspiring is in sales. So he's an expert in sales process, sales training, sales coach, and he's also even an author of 2 books dedicated to the sales. Welcome.
Hi.
So tell the listeners about yourself. What do you love doing the most?
I love to sell. Sometimes I feel like this is my second identity, the salesperson. This is what I do. I have done it for forever. Actually, I started as a programmer, like IT programmer. That was my education. I started as a programmer. I actually earned first salary as a programmer. But one day, CEO of our company came by and said, Vigants, you're a bad programmer. Maybe you can go into sales. So there's some little bit of IT person in me, but 99% is someone in sales. And I love doing it. I love doing it in large scale, in international scale. Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Oh, I didn't know about the programming, but that's nice touch. So I know you make money. So what's your number one money maker?
I would say it's sales. Obviously, it's sales, but it's not like salary. But the things that I have done, build the sales teams and got options in the company, earned them and sold options. And this is where I made most of my money in my life. Obviously, I still invest and so on. But yes, by selling or building sales teams or growing the companies, by increasing the sales part of the business.
Can you give example of how you grow the companies?
Oh yes, like the first big growth that we with team did was Scoro, a CRM system for Estonian startup. I was like number 8 or 9 employee there, and they had the challenge to grow outside Estonia. So we team built out Latvian and Lithuanian sales teams, grown revenue until we scaled it so that the bigger investment could come in, and then the company grown up. And after 5 or 6 years, we grown to 12 people team, sales team here in Latvia, and that was amazing journey. We did a lot of sales, a lot of results, and raised a lot of money.
Do you remember some key learning from that experience?
Stay hungry. I mean, that was the business where we needed to sell all the time to new customers. And like the discipline, sales discipline was amazing for all the team. And that was literally every day, going out, getting the new deals and growing business. So if you kind of keep moving, you are there at customer side, you will get results end of the day.
Yeah, we met together when I came to the sales training with my team. So it was already several years ago. You introduced me to the Challenger Sale book. I was not aware of that book before. For those of you who have not read the book, you must read it. It is about, as I remember, it was about the 2009 when there was a housing crisis, everything went under, and there were a couple of companies that were thriving. They were selling a lot, and then they analyzed those companies and extracted the key knowledge. And as I remember, it was about the way how you sell, that your sales pitch, your sales conversations, communication is as the potential client would be willing to pay you money for that, is as good. So are you still using Challenger Sale?
Yeah, I mean, I this morning had a training for large logistics company here in Baltics, and I recommended that book to read. Yeah, literally. But I mean, the book is about basically great salespeople, average and low performers. So, and what they did, they analyzed a lot of salespeople and just looked what the top performers doing, what's the difference, what they are kind of doing differently. And and that book was all about that you keep the like constructive pressure on the sales prospect. You educate customer, you kind of challenge their perspectives on the solution, you go in and kind of drive the sales. So it is very, very interesting, and I would suggest every salesperson to read it, learn about your style of sales, how you can adjust it to fit best. And it's data-based, so it's quite valid. It's not, random book where just keep pushing. No, it's not like that. It's actually really data-based and
Try
valuable.
harder.
Yeah.
But I remember there were actually the top performers were the challengers, and then there were the lone wolves. So it was like the whole story around it. So what's the next step if you know that to do that? What is the next step?
There is no steps. The question is there is 5 types of salespeople, yes, and depends who you are, how can you get better at it, how you can get better at sales, and depending on different sales cycles for products, there's different types that works best. But the challenger sale type is that works best for complicated long sales cycles. So. After that, you are a millionaire. You keep selling larger deals. You get closing. You get to close bigger deals and make more money. And I myself, I'm lone wolf originally, but over years I've become challenger sales myself.
Does it matters where you are located? Like we are located in Baltics, so there is Nordics, there is the Emirates, there is USA, there's UK. Is this method working in any vertical? What have you observed?
It's not a method per se.
Oh.
It's your attitude towards how you sell. It works, I think, everywhere. Americans are more aggressive in the sense how they push things at the customer side. Nordic people are maybe less aggressive, more constructive, but the key things behind it's still there. You still need to kind of have a constructive pressure on the customer to move forward with the deal. And it can be done also in a very polite way without kind of American style pressure, like where's my money and so on. But yeah, it's actually quite a good way to sell, quite ethical way to sell, and it gives customer good experience also during the sales process.
It's very interesting listening to you that you're mentioning a couple of times already about the challenger sale, the pressure, but from my experience, what I read and what we did, I think like the kind of value is also, as you said, the experience and the knowledge. And so is it possible to apply this for not as experienced salespeople?
Sure. Yeah, you have to learn those tactics and
not only I meant not only the experienced salespeople, but the domain experts, right? So you must, when you want to sell, as you did, the LED lamps, right? Or was it
LEDs,
like LED lightning elements, like the large company? And if you want to do the challenger sale, you need to know everything about that, right?
You have to know something. You can't just take a lamp and go around selling it. The part of the challenger sale also is approaches to understand the industry you are approaching. It's like if I want to sell something AI related and I don't know anything about it, obviously it will be very hard for me to change your perspective on things, right? But if I'm educated enough, at least to some level, that I can have meaningful conversation with you, then I can start challenging your perspective on one or second or third thing in life. And when it comes to this pressure, the pressure is more like keep asking for next steps, keep asking like, what else do you need to so we can move forward with the deal? So it's not aggressive. It's kind of a little bit asking, okay, let's move a small step ahead. Let's move a little bit. So this is the constructive pressure keeping. It's not about, very aggressive. It's just keeping up and letting customer know, let's move a little bit here, a little bit there, so that the deal moves forward. It does not stall somewhere.
So for me, it's really fascinating that with your large experience over 20 years on these, you don't want to call them methods, but still,
it's not a method.
Okay, so attitude.
It's just style, because behind that there is a lot of smaller things. It's just sales style, I would say. Because if you look, and once you read the book, you will see there are distinct styles, and just understand, like there is like proactive, reactive sales person, the person who kind of drops everything to help customer, so he's ready to do whatever customer asks. That's different style. Like a relationship
but I
builder
remember that,
is different style.
that these guys had much lower conversion rates and everything.
Yeah, but they're more like support people, but they still have a role in sales process. But if you want to sell high value, complex products that has long sales cycles, you probably will need either lone wolf or challenger sale, because these type of salespeople can get this deal done over a long time.
So I can give you very complex products. So we are selling AI contact center softwares for the contact centers, financial institutions, so on. So, and we had a little bit of experience in this field. So the first of all, so the if we talk about AI products, it's a little bit, in my opinion, different from traditional software, because it's not like always just a tool. It actually can automate things, and if you sell to the board members, to the upper management, they usually love it. But then when you need to actually implement it, actually close it fully with the compliance with all levels, the mid managements, and especially even lower if you go, often are quite hesitant, and it doesn't work as well in many cases. So it seems that it is harder to sell AI products. So
it's the same for a lot of complex products, because if you don't have benefits at any level, at all levels, for the people, how they will gain something, they will definitely start to object, because for them it's change. For some of them it's like fear of kind of losing a job, or fear that people will start seeing something. Imagine selling computer monitoring software where all your activities being monitored. Obviously, there will be some people in the upper levels they will be happy to see, and there will be definitely some people on the field sales or in field workers who will hate it, right? Because the sense of you being controlled. So the question is like, how do you explain, how do you find the benefits for all the levels, including the level of actual user, the level of the operator, and so on and so on. I have led the team of support, large support team with over 70 support agents, and I know that obviously they want to work less, want to have easier tools, but what they hate is when customers kind of using AI or some automation tools kind of are misled somewhere. Then there is angry, it's the same customer, but he's angry now, right? So then you have to deal with angry customers more, and obviously they don't want that. So they trust themselves that they will initially solve the problem easier. So there are many challenges.
But you're saying that all levels should feel benefits of the product. And you mentioned this Big Brother monitoring software.
For example.
So how would you sell it to the lower management people? And
easily, I mean easily. I would tell, like, do you want to be more productive? See this tool as a way how you can analyze your activities and see where your time goes. What things you can avoid, what things you can cut out from your duties, what things you are overspending your time on. So you just have to find those benefits for the individual level, because if they refuse to use the tool, it will be very, very hard to deploy it and to actually.
What about automations? If the tool, not the tool, but the system, because it's the same in factories actually. Yeah. You might have that experience. So, but this is actually automation. And this means you replace people. Yeah. So, and how then?
There is magic phrase. There is magic phrase. Don't tell anyone. It's like, once we implement this tool, you will be able to work on more important tasks in the company.
That's so good.
Not all of you, but most of you, or some of you, maybe. But at this point, because they hate doing the repetitive tasks,
Yeah.
all of them. And if they have this belief that tomorrow will be better because of it, they will at least not do whatever it takes to stop it. They will at least allow it to be implemented. Some of them will try to
But is it
work.
always that easy? Because imagine in factory, I know some companies where we work together with AI systems. So previously there's a person sitting doing the quality control. Now there's a machine doing the quality control. But the person was sitting there for 10, 15, 20 years. So it is not as like, let's do something more important, but the person maybe even don't have abilities to do some other things.
I mean, you can show the person other jobs in the company. You can start training them because you want them engaged during the implementation process. Because if they're not engaged, they will not share their knowledge. They will not share like tips and tricks, some knowledge bases.
I know some companies where the employees actually sabotage the systems, break the systems.
I have seen that with CRM systems too, when we implemented a lot. Like we worked in the Excel, and now you want CRM system. I will do whatever it takes to keep the Excel. And the worst was like, oh, it doesn't look like Excel we used to have, so it's bad. Like, duh, obviously. But end of the day, if they see how they can gain from the system, how they can sell more or save time or actually can do more meaningful work, they will come on board. And if there are really, really active people trying to sabotage, you need to fire one or two publicly, and then they kind of start rethinking the priorities. But change is hard. I mean, running company, and when you need to solve a crisis, what I do quite often, is it a growth crisis, is it a cash flow crisis, and so on. Obviously, you want all team be on board with it. Like imagine you need to cut costs in the company, and if you are alone who needs that and nobody else is on board with it, you will have a really hard time. You need people to understand we are here, this is the challenge, let's get all the ideas in. And the same goes with implementing software or solution throughout the company. Yes, it's not necessarily only CEO or IT manager or whatever manager responsible for it. You need to have buy-in from all the teams. And if they see that their customers will benefit, they will benefit, company will benefit, and they have bright future doing other jobs in the company, at least they must believe in that, yes, then it's okay. Then they will help.
So do you think this is related to the data we see? So what data I mean, so there's a lot of surveys from the companies around Europe, so that adoption rate of AI. So you might remember the adoption rate of internet, smartphones, all technologies that change the way how we sell, how we run companies. So and now, even though there is this kind of bubble and hype about the ChatGPT and AI, but this is not the only AI. And if you look at business critical processes, especially, you might also think back in your companies, probably you have the same picture that it's about like in Europe, 8% companies use AI in business critical processes. Like if we turn it off, then business would not work.
Let me stop you right there. When running a company, I haven't seen single AI solution that actually works. like really works. You can trust it. Literally. And I was looking for, but there is none. There is some bits and pieces, some automation, but not AI per se to replace a person. Yeah. So when someone says adoption is low, because the solutions are not there yet, they just does not exist. And when you look at it,
there are business critical situations. Like, for example, I can give you examples. So I know personally, I have multiple offices here in Riga, in Ventspils. In Ventspils, there's lots of woodworking companies. They are basically producing the lumber, wood, and so on. And they have actually AI systems that sort wood, they cut wood, they cut it optimally. It is based on AI vision, it is based on AI quality control. So
don't label everything AI. It's so annoying because it's not AI. It's just simple automation. AI is when you think, when you can replace human brain, when you can replace someone with the knowledge. Because simple program is not AI.
but it's definitely not a simple program. I know for sure. Like for example, if you have a wooden plank, and to detect that there is a like decay, some specific type
I understand.
and this is a
It's
expert
not
knowledge.
AI. It's not AI.
You cannot describe it with rules.
Yeah.
There is no way.
Yeah. What I'm telling you is that yes, a lot of people in AI industry, including yourself, label too many things AI. Like too many things. Like I have a lawn mower, like cutting grass. It's AI, kinda, but it's so stupid.
There are also smart lawnmower.
There isn't. Like there isn't, because it's easy to slap something AI on it and call it smart something. Smart means when the thing AI can figure out on their own what to do fully within a domain it's trusted with. So when we talk about your like products, and sorry for me being so direct, I haven't seen single chatbot anywhere in any software that is able to fully handle conversation. They're like more pre-programmed stuff that answers some answers from databases, but not fully have a conversation. And I tried to kind of say, oh, there is a problem in software. There seems to be something wrong with, I don't know, some data or something. They give some general answers.
So, but you how much like effort into looking how you've been in the like the last 2 years basically, because the way how it worked like before 2 years ago and how it works now, it's completely different way.
Okay, I maybe haven't found this one
Yeah.
and the only, maybe yours.
No, but I don't think that's I'm only one. I think
Yeah, but
yeah.
what I'm telling is when AI must pass the Turing test on the task. So if I, as a consumer or user of whatever or business process, can get at least the same level of intelligence from AI as I'm getting from person, physical person, only then you can call it AI. Yes? Yes, there are some bits and pieces, as I mentioned, but that's why companies does not adopt, because in most cases it means reducing the service level of that particular bit, like business piece. Yes, there might be like automatic reading of it's not AI vision, it's computer looking at the picture and identifying spots. I had the same challenge at the factory when we needed quality control of artificial leather to find the spots so we can find this which one is like not up to quality, right? It's not AI. It's so again AI.
Wait, I can give you my definition. So it's in my definition from, and it's not only my, but it's actually from the scientific perspective, is that these AI systems basically imitate these intellectual processes where you don't actually describe it as an expert, the rules. You have just observations, data, any other observation, the mathematical model in between, no programming rules at all. And then at the other end, you have result. So, and this is quite advanced and automating stuff. I understand your concern about quality.
So to move forward,
Yeah.
like to understand AI, I believe the AI we call AI right now is in very, very infancy. Yes, the ChatGPT and DeepSeek and this Copilot and other tools like AI platforms, they are tools. They do some stuff that might surprise you because they use a lot of data behind it, and they can articulate and give you an answer, give you a solution, generate something based on the information they have learned. In business, you need kind of human intelligence to assess if this is good. What I'm thinking in businesses, when the adoption will be higher, when we will have AI proposing the solutions or saying, okay, this is how you do, and different AI as assessing if this solution is good. And then when you have double independent assessment of the solution, then you can let it kind of fly automatically, because you kind of have two independent artificial intelligences confirming that this is the right way. Because you don't want to have a, let's say, payment system that makes a mistake. Because the person who does it, they can, I haven't seen this company yet. What is it? And they can start asking questions. It's not safe, but at least you have this feeling of control that probably will catch this error somewhere, right? Human error. But AI lacks this at this moment. That's why I really haven't seen AI where I could tell, yes, this one can fully replace a person.
I'd recently been in San Francisco, and I was driving with the Waymo AI-based taxi where is nobody sitting in front, and we went like from any address to any place. It was very fast, avoiding all obstacles. It was working perfectly. Like I also tried Tesla FSD just in Denver. I don't know how to get to that address. I just say go to that address, and it goes through the crazy intersections everywhere. And if you look statistically, the accidents less than human make accidents. So you still say that there is no AI that works.
No.
Why that is not AI that works?
Because it still replicates what human does. And in very limited territory, in the city they know, where they have full model of the city. AI like real AI in the cars, and those automation systems are great. And I call them automated systems, right? But take the Waymo, put here in the city of Riga, it never seen before.
It'll take time, yeah.
To figure it out and then take it. From here to the airport, yes? Like reasonably simple route, but without knowing anything about the city, like first time, then it's actually smart. But again, I don't want to draw the line where there is AI or not AI. Marketing people slap AI on everything, and that's cool. I mean, you have to sell those smarter systems, but they are still systems. The AI, artificial intelligence itself, it's not there yet. It's not there. Even ChatGPT is like close, but not there.
So you're saying that you will say that it's there when it is able to give better solutions than human?
Yeah, singularity. When we reach singularity.
All right, you told me that you like sci-fi books, right? So are you like taking inspiration from there, something in this?
Not only because look, I'm old guy. Automation was there like 20 years ago. I remember like 1998, 99, I was working in Excel. I had a script that can convert one Excel in a customer proposal. Like it was AI because I teach that script what to do in the Excel, and it was able with one button or with one command do that for me. I was programming AI virtual machines on factory computers. It's AI because it was able to detect faults and put out. The question is, when can we make a solution that fully autonomously can make decisions? Yes, and some of the solutions are there, but most of them requires input, and most of them requires some adjustment over the time to kind of deliver the result. Yes, what I'm thinking, and those I don't know about Tesla. I haven't tried full self.
It's not available in Europe.
Now I have driven Teslas, but
no FSD in Europe.
Yeah, I haven't tried that one, and I'm very excited about Waymo and other autonomous driving. What I'm seeing that first truly valuable solutions in this field, like mobile AIs or like AI in the box that you can put on device, will be in construction. like in and mining. So imagine areas where people is hard to kind of travel to or live because it's too cold or too hot or it's very far away from any city. So having fully autonomous mining operation there would be very, very valuable and very kind of good. Secondly, I think it's in areas where you need 24/7, where human brain cannot be alert enough to kind of keep doing this job for a long, long time. So, but still be able to make those decisions. The AI should be able to catch those edge cases where you need to kind of trust your gut to kind of make this decision. It's not pre-programmed or not, you haven't learned from anything. You have to kind of figure out on the fly what to do. The same goes with risk assessments and other things. Like, and third, like really challenging would be those, but probably yes, taking care of elderly people. Like having this someone to imitate enough human connection so that lonely people or elderly or somehow other people who are very lonely can have someone to interact with. So they can have this human kind of connection because they can't have otherwise because of their situation.
So fascinating to go in that direction, because that direction I see parallels when Arthur C. Clarke, the Isaac Asimov, right, and everything. Like, by the way, it's funny that like if you would look back like 10 years ago, everybody of computer scientists would say, mathematicians would say that the positronic brain, the three laws of robotics, not viable nowadays. When, by the way, the language models, they are basically the way to communicate with computer and human language. It's not the end goal. Basically, it is basically translating your language into the symbolic language and back. And when it's in symbolic language, it can do all of those models which we talked before about. You said like that you might think it's not. It might be AI, but basically the ones which we cannot understand, they can be also implemented there. So we can do these things now. We can actually implement the Asimov rules and things like that. But at the same time, I don't hear from you how this is affecting the what you do, the sales. Yeah.
So at this moment, there is very little AI can help in sales. Yes, it can help in marketing, in some content creation and maybe picture creation. And
so you just said, let me challenge you.
No, not in actual sales, like B2B sales, where used to be person in person. Right now, I haven't found, I don't say there isn't, but I haven't found tool that can replicate. Why? As long as decisions are made by people on the other side, you need someone who is as good as human to gain a human connection to make that sale.
What about screening and maintaining the contact?
But that's assisting tool. It's not a tool.
Yeah, that's why this is still don't get on the same note about this. You're kind of like you still, it feels that you have this distinction between this superhuman AI and these assistant tools. But from my perspective, they're all AI basically.
No, it's from my perspective. Again, I have a little bit of IT background, and I'm old guy, and I have been listening on stage, Steve Ballmer at Microsoft telling about smart computers,
was he screaming?
And it was like 15 years ago, right? From if you look back, so it's not that it's not a miracle in what we have right now. It's really smart systems that keeps learning themselves, keep updating themselves, keep getting better themselves. But only when the system will be able to fully replace decision making of the person, and I haven't seen it yet. Again, I was looking, I haven't seen it. So if you have seen, let me know. I will try, and I can change my mind. But once the software or AI can make those decisions, I think at that point that the acceleration of of growth of humanity, acceleration of technology will just explode. I mean, I'm looking forward to it because I think the progress will simply be enormous from that point onwards. Because
Why the Waymo turning left or right is not decision making?
it's reading, just knowing the environment, reading.
If somebody runs in front of it, it makes a decision.
AI biggest added value will be when the system will be inventing stuff that currently is needed, where currently people are needed. Inventing, like to creating new stuff, to creating actually figuring out drugs, figuring out new technologies, figuring out new equipment to make those technologies. Yeah. So yes, we are talking about matrix or something.
Have you seen these? So recently, it is not that much in the news, but you definitely have seen it. Like you've seen those AlphaGo, right? Like where the Google AI beat the best master of Go game, right? Where you put these pieces, and the AI invented moves that was not discovered thousands of years. They've written books about the moves and things, and it beat the best player. The same goes in the all sorts of computer games where they play and they say that it feels like playing against the alien. So it's actually, when you use the right models, right structures, it is able to invent things that
Okay,
yeah.
Games have limited set of rules.
Yeah, but that's something I know.
Yes, yeah, that's something I truly. IBM discovered chess playing with Deep Blue, and eventually what they did, they made a computer that calculated all possible chess moves, and then no eye can beat it because it literally knows every single move and every single path to draw. So that computer, no matter what kind of AI you play with, it always gets win or draw. It never loses because from every single point in game, he knows every single track to the end.
That was the previous generation system. Nowadays, nobody programs the search of
sure. That's like, it was a hard way to find the answer to the game. But the game has limited area.
Yeah.
So if we look at the AI and the future, where we going, what I'm seeing is that AI will start creating environments that are beyond what people can create. Environments, things, but like physical things, like processes.
What about the, you said yourself, like I also went in, when I was in America, in Meta offices, and they told me this vision, what is their vision. Their vision is in future there is no marketing agencies because they give you AI tools that you as a business owner or as a sales department, you can generate all of the visual contents, text contents, target audiences. Everything is handled by AI system. So generating these visuals, right, which previously required expert artists and things, and nowadays we can generate convincing quality stuff. So is it still not enough for you to classify as?
No. So there is a separate story about it, why I think it's bad. And I think it's bad. Because if everybody gets that tool, then there is no difference, and you literally will be paying to no one. Because once you can replicate that. But what we are trying to do, we are trying to get faster horse. We are trying to get better creative person. What I think will happen if you look at the future, but not in a year or 2 or 5 from now, like we want as a civilization travel the cosmos. So far we can look at it. So if we can create a ship that is AI and send to other planets and say, go there, figure it out, build out everything, tools, everything needed to accommodate a human person. Yes, so we ship it out, it just goes there, figures out, builds up, sends message, sir, done, sir, travel. But if you look even more behind that, why would we need to do that? We don't need to do that because we always look at AI right now as a human slave, as something that helps us do things better. But what if AI can create a body that's like robot and our mind can be transferred there. Yeah, so let's say it creates a device that can fully read your mind and make a digital copy of it, like fully, so that you literally are kind of backed up in the cloud, and this like taken away from the body, because the body is just a vessel of our consciousness, right? And then you can live on virtual machine in the cloud, and then you can suddenly travel at the speed of light because you are information. Then you don't need on the Mars anything else than just send the data, I don't know, upload to the local machine, robot or something, and be on Mars. Simple as that. Because the body itself, we don't need that, to be honest, as a human. So right now, AI, what we are thinking is, oh, it's a helpful tool, it helps me not to do something. But AI, once we reach the singularity, and it will explode, because it will start creating the machines to learn even faster and invent stuff, then, and if all the rules are there, we will be able to actually have a new experiences and new virtual lives we never even expected to see. I don't think it will happen in my lifetime, at least, but who knows? 40 years ago, we haven't even seen, most of us haven't even seen internet.
Yeah,
right?
I think the people don't realize for people it's very hard to grasp, and for me as well, the exponential growth. Like, I mean, it is, you always feel everything linear in the future, but basically you can imagine, like, only 2 years, maybe a little bit longer ago, we had the GPT 3.5. It was training on $10 million compute, running on very expensive GPUs. Now, like just a few weeks ago, I saw that somebody already deployed on $100 Raspberry Pi the same model, running with the same capability that was 3 years on 10 million. So it is very hard to even grasp the potential of the growth. But let me give you practically, because I get feeling that it will be very hard for me to sell you something related to AI. But so you've been a professional CEO, and as you say, crisis CEO in let's say some physical factories, digital products. So imagine you have this physical factory where I can automate. I believe I can automate some process of the manufacturing using AI, in my opinion. So how can I sell it to you? Because it seems like you would not call it AI, and it would be.
It's automation line. It's production line. Yes, it's smart.
But it will replace.
It's not
people.
AI, but still it's automation. So the question is AI or non-AI. In my opinion, again, I have very high standards on it.
Yeah, you have very high standards. The highest standard for a while, which I have seen. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for that. Yeah. But automation. Let's agree that I will call automation. You can call it AI, yeah. But we understand the same thing. So, automating the processes in factory. So you can't replace all of it. Yes, but automated factory is called, fully automated, is called lights out factory. It means when you have someone feeding in resources.
You don't need lights there.
Yes, and it's fully automated. It means it makes all the decision fully understand. And there is no other guy sitting somewhere and looking through the camera. No. It's like fully automated, with no monitoring or remote management or operation. Yeah, so it means there is coming trucks with the material in, and ready to go product, like table, comes out on the pallets on the other side. Yeah, so it's able to fully autonomously, without heating, without
that's
lights,
again high standard. But what about if I can just automate some part of it, it's good, right?
It depends on price, because actually how I calculated in factory, 50,000 euros. This number was like, if I can solve something for 50,000 euros and I need one person less because of it, I'm doing it. it's worth it. And in some markets, it's 100,000 or more and so on. But if I can solve a problem by 50,000 euros and have one person less, I can use this person in other places where I cannot automate. And I have been in exhibitions, let's say, sewing stuff. Like if you need to sew this, like sewing machines automation. I have seen almost fully automated jeans production line from almost, because there's still people looking like if something goes wrong, they kind of fix a little bit here and there because the fabric moves, right? So, but it's close to fully automated fabric production. But it's preset, just one kind of size of jeans they can do, nothing else, one design. But then they can do a lot and you can reach this automation. But if you can automate some stuff, then you do that. And I believe everyone should do that. But to automate, you need to have a scale. So you cannot automate something where person works for 1 hour a day. It does not make sense. So if you have a scale and have 5 people doing something, cleaning, for example, then you can think about cleaning automation solution to clean. But you can go step even further, why you need to clean. Can we do something that it does not become dirty in the first place, right? Or can I automate logistics, for example, within factory, that machines know where to pick up, where to go in the environment. But when we talk about lights out factory, typically it's designed the way that robots easily can navigate it. Because what we are doing right now, we are adapting smart solutions to human world to try to figure out human world. And this will be hard. We will need to rebuild all world to be automation first. So I see that future factories, future warehouses, future
you don't think
will be built robots or automation first.
Well, I just saw I think it was the Times inventions of 2024, and there was a huge section about humanoid robots, basically. And right now, as from my perspective, seeing the research, seeing what's possible to do with compute, now is actually the moment when we are able to not program, but to teach humanoid robots.
We don't want to be horse. So we are at the edge where horses was replaced by cars. So we are horses. What we want better horses. Let's make cars that look like horses, act like horses, don't eat anything, don't drink, work 24/7, but we don't accept the idea about cars because cars are faster and better than horses. So humanoid robots are our vision how we can kind of imitate us without thinking that there might be other form that is much more effective. Yes, because what the humanoid robot will do, it will try to imitate what person does. And it might be a good solution for a hybrid environment until we get to full automation of things in places. Yeah, so it's like temporary solution to kind of put boxes or something. But full automation means also rethinking how we make, rethinking logistics inside the factory. And I have spent so much time on it, you can't believe, like evenings, like thinking about small things, experimenting and trying to optimize and so on. And automation in factories, the simpler it is, the more effective it is. From possibility that something breaks down, from possibility that it's too expensive, like so that it's cheap. And actually the biggest idea I'm proud of was very simple. Make a sliding tube between two buildings. Nothing in it. Like the people came, maybe we do some, I don't know, conveyor belts. No, just sliding tube. It's simple as, and it was probably the smartest idea because it was stupid. It was super simple. There was nothing to break down. like literally
What did
nothing.
you put in the tube?
We needed to transport from one building, second floor, to separate building on the first floor, fabric that was just finished fabric. And there was coming consultants, and they like chain systems and trolley systems, like a lot of different complicated solutions. But the simplest solution, I fell in love the moment we kind of figured it out. When I explained to team, okay, this is the idea, they looked at me like, no way, like, what were you drinking yesterday or something? But once you explain fully how it works and why I think it's the best from everything. So rethinking automation means also rethinking how we see things, how we do things. Yes, currently we're trying to make AI to do stuff as we expect it to do, or replicate us, or create the video the way that...
Yeah, I think it's like from my experience with these contact centers, it's kind of easier to demonstrate if you can use it in existing processes rather than change everything just to test.
So AI in support, for example, I think that support AI is actually dealing with consequences. AI in support, the biggest value would be preventing cases to happen, or actually sending customer, oh, I saw you had a mistake. Here is a solution. Are you okay? I apply it. That's it. I'm like, oh, that's good AI, or better at least, right? Like preventive AI, that's in call centers or support centers, that I'm catching before you. And if I have all the knowledge, why don't do that? Yes, I yesterday tried in one CRM system, they had implemented AI, the fancy name, fancy logo and stuff, and there's dancing robot and stuff like that. Like everything is fancy. And I thought, let me challenge it. A very simple task. I have a new lead, and I wrote, please add a new lead to my pipeline, that and that stage. Very simple sentence. It showed me article, where is information, how to add. I don't need that. You are useless. Yeah, you are like fancy search.
By the way, from everything you're telling, like also for the listeners, I think, and you understand this well, just the perspective that all of these automations, AI systems, which I call, they have even these self-driving cars, they have these limits on which they work and these environments, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's great.
These are automations, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like even for the customer service, right? If you have a specific, let's say, volume, there is lots of emails regarding some problems, right? One, you try to resolve the source of the cause of the problem, but meanwhile, if there is an AI, can like reduce 30% of all of the traffic by being able to...
It's automation that reduces 30% of the traffic.
Yeah, but still it's good.
Yeah, it's good. But I mean, when can we really like honestly tell that this is sentient intelligence? Yes? Or something that really figures it out? When can we replicate, have a thousand virtual machines?
That holy grail of OpenAI when they
AGI. What was this?
So they actually promised
general intelligence.
artificial general intelligence. They've kind of promised that if they reach that level, then they would give it for free, but they will never reach the level. Basically,
we don't know. Yeah. I believe that we will be able to reach that, because humans also are learning.
I meant in the way that they want to make money, so they...
Oh yeah, that's true, yeah. But again, if someone makes it, someone will replicate it. So end of the day, it will become a commodity. Yeah. I believe it, like this AI kind of systems will become a commodities. And we haven't like fallen from the skies, human as we are. We are a result of evolution. I believe in evolution, right? So AI has to go through evolution too. And at one point, in some distant or not so distant future, through the evolution, and they will get there where we are, or better. We think that we are end of the world. We are the smartest being ever, and the evolution will stop forever. No, Like AI, it is the new generation of animal on the planet. And the difference is that we made it, or we are the fathers of it. Yeah? As monkeys are fathers of us to some extent, we are the fathers of AI. And initially, and for foreseeable future, we believe that this will help us.
By the way, the evolution is natural selection and natural progress. That is the theory. But the here actually this is AI is it is totally not evolving. It is it is basically extreme
Not right
engineering.
now. Not right now. But once you allow AI to replicate and make versions and duplicate himself and select which version, and other AI will be the one judging like this is good or bad, and actually
It will be recursive creationism. Basically, it will create the next step.
Yeah, but they will do
random.
million times a second. They will do it million years a second.
Yeah, I agree. Like I believe that technically this would be possible. It's just that this requires it is not random. But yeah. Anyways, it's really fascinating. I never expected in going in this conversation that you have this high kind of expectations and the ambitions for AI. I actually I have not met many salespeople who think of AI being to do these things that you describe. But this is good to think about it. Yeah. So towards then, let's do some quick practical questions, some fun questions. So do you give discounts?
No.
You don't give discounts,
no.
Right? What's the biggest lie you told to close the deal?
That this is the last piece. So when you want to, like, this is the last one. You buy now, or you will never ever have another one. So it's the last piece left.
Scarcity. Yes. Great. Okay. So you lie.
Everybody lies, but it's not bad lie.
What's your brutal rejection in the sales you had?
Oh, I clearly remember that. I was young. I was like 22, 23. I met with the CEO of large car dealership of premium cars in Latvia, CEO. I was meeting with them and asked some questions, and he said, no, just show what you have. I was showing some ERP system on the screen, and I asked more questions. He said, no, you just show what you have. I'm like, okay, showing more. And then at one point, his phone rang. Oh yeah, let's go for lunch. He put the phone down, and he walked out of the room. I was like sitting there, like standing in the middle of his office, like, what the hell just happened? And he didn't tell anything. He just went off to the lunch. No comments. And I was in his office with the like half sentence on some random slide, and was like, huh? And that was so brutal, because I was for like week thinking, what was wrong? What did I do? Like, to have disrespect like that.
That's brutal. But you survived.
Yeah, somehow. I still remember it.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So what is the most bizarre objection you ever had?
It was valid, by the way. So I was selling a cloud software to the company, and the CEO of the company, it was a factory in Marupe, like warehouse factory or something like that. And he told, okay, we want this solution to be on our premises. We don't want cloud. We hate cloud. And I was trying to kind of, but there are stuff in life that is cloud. Like, for example, mobile network, you're using mobile phone.
Yeah.
You don't have your own tower, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, come on with me. And he walked and he showed the tower inside.
I have my own tower.
Come on. So it was objection that was like, okay, I have nothing. I have no words. That was brutal.
Yeah, that is like I have my own telephone tower. So you have a book. And in that book, you're talking about the life of sales people, and that they are afraid of things. What are you afraid of?
Probably, like most people, to kind of lose relevance to the people around me, the people that I care. So that's why I often say that until people need me, I probably live. After that, I will just survive or spend my time, because also like why we are here on the planet, right? Because we contribute to our kids, we contribute to society, we contribute. And I'm probably the biggest fear is that nobody needs me anymore.
Okay, fair enough. What's your true close rate, honestly?
Right now on sales trainings, it's about 80%. It's really
80.
80. It's
80.
really high.
Honestly?
Honestly, first of all, because I don't need to do cold outreach, and people typically come to me right now, and when they come to me, they're quite ready to buy, and only few of them drop off because to the price or something. But normal close rate would be if I actively selling, and then it will be probably about 20%, 10 to 20, depending on how aggressive I am in the market. The more aggressive you are, your close rate will drop over time, right? Also depends on competition. Like if you're selling something that a lot of people can sell to, so the competition is out there, and probably you will have a lesser close rate. But yeah, right now is quite high, and it's not normal in the market in general. But a lot of companies has issues with sales budgets. They last year ended not so well for most of them, so they're quite open it. And I'm the best sales guy, so that's how it works.
What is the good commission rate in industry?
Which industry?
Software.
In software, typically, like if it's small software as a service company, then it's about 5 to 10% from a first year revenue. Commission rate also depends how big is the base salary. If it's larger companies with bigger revenues and bigger upfront payments, like installation costs, then it's 2%, maybe 3%, and so on. Also, how much people has to put effort in, salespeople. Because if you have quite ready deals and people coming back for more deals, then obviously the effort is low, and the commission could go quite low. But I would say between 1 and 10% typically. In very high risk and very profitable businesses can be 20-25%. But this is more on I would say some very innovative solutions with high profit margins from one side, and super low like base salary or no salary or just commission based only.
What was the most unusual place you ever made a successful sale?
Successful sale.
Have you made a sale while sitting on a toilet?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Honestly, that was incoming call. So you can salesperson always answers the phone, and I tried to kind of, but that was customer name I knew, and I picked it up, and yes, the conversation ended well, and we had a deal, and that's something good. Yeah.
Do you have a long or short sales funnel?
Depends on product. For sales trainings and consulting, it's very short. It's probably 2-3 weeks only on average. Like, yeah, 2-3 weeks, because most of them come in, they know what they want. I have a video call, ask a couple of questions, understand in detail what they need, and then we agree on the start date or on the contract. But yeah, I would say 2-3 weeks. If it involves other salespeople or agencies or someone else who sells to someone else, then the sales process is much longer typically.
So the short is good. So if your sales pitch were a movie, what kind of movie would it be?
What kind of movie?
Action?
It's definitely action. It's definitely action. Let me see.
Terminator 2.
No. It's a bad action. It's something.
Matrix.
Matrix? Yeah. It could be. You're true. Matrix. Definitely Matrix. Because
Red or blue?
Yes, red or blue pill, and that's one. And second is to avoiding all the bullets and objections from the customer, and kind of doing things that you couldn't expect yourself to be able to do, like jumping or something. So lot of that, yeah. Matrix, and it's actually one of my favorite movies of all time.
What is your secret
Secret
for making sales?
just don't be afraid. Like I have a desktop, and on this desktop is like, I want to do it, just do it. I'm afraid, then do it afraid. So, I mean, just try. What's the worst can happen?
What is the one thing salespeople do too much nowadays?
They write too long proposals.
What is the one thing salespeople pay too little attention nowadays?
Active listening.
Where can people find you if they want a personalized coach, sales?
Just find me, look me up on the internet, LinkedIn, message me, and we can do something
Deal.
together.
We can
do something for high and honest price. I can help you.
That's good. So it was a pleasure to talking with you today. And again, Vigants Lesausks, one of the most distinguished sales professionals around here. And see you in the next episode.